All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, set. Hey, T. Check back. Run.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the curl.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 20. Here we go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And another tackle broken. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A Raider first down, 17 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. A toss to Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Shoot, watch the shoot.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texans 28, Raiders nothing.
Set, 180. Check, 55 to Mike. Hurry. Check. Run. Mike, 55. Watch out.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
From the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Regular. Mike, 55.
And again, it's Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Mayfield to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Gurley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 13, check 13.
Now Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Now Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Check 37, check 35.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. A spin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Hey, 31! 56, wait.
Watson, off play action. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So on 3rd down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked. Got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work, like what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch him with the element of surprise and hit it, and in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Let's go, baby.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Hurry! Up.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mayfield now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Steps away to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for them. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Mayfield on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On first down, it's Watson. Going deep for Hop. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
From
the gun, here's Watson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Watson now to throw, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Reset. Here we go, D. Hey, just it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Gurley. And now running right through it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, alert 33. Alert, 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 alert. Hurry.
55, Mike 55.
Mayfield now. He's going to fire this thing deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Raiders.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike 51.
Mayfield with it once more. Now Mayfield lost the football. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
19. That's what I do. 54. Line him, go.
Watson on 3rd down. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
What's that? 19. Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
What's that? 19. 24. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
5 down. Stand up in.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Todd Gurley taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Raiders 20.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Corey Littleton in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Mayfield to throw it, and that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Check 50, check 50.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Blue down, blue down.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Protein spill. Ready, ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Even. 4 down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That'll be caught by Rodgers. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Switch. Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Rush in. Kings. Joker.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining. Here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Cook. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Check. 180. Check. I got you.
First carry for James Conner. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Right back to Conner here on first. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, it's a cause for celebration, their first win of the year after 11 straight defeats. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Oakland, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.